welcome back to Stasis Geek. So, after my first review of the first episode of The Last Airbender, I said I'm going to wait until I've watched it all to give my full review. And it's hard to give a full review because this just went off a cliff. It has one good episode after this, and I think it's episode 6. The rest are kind of a bit meh. Yeah? But the worst part is somebody who's not invested in the animated, it jumps. It doesn't explain enough. We're in this world that was really world building, really enjoyable to watch. And then every episode, it felt like they didn't explain something and you're just in a new situation. So it's very confusing. And that's the problem, because it's probably more interesting just to watch the animated than this show. So there's my problem. I want to be invested. It's enjoyable, but it's just very mid. And you miss so many points. You're like, because if you're aiming at a younger audience, well, the younger audience just watch the animated. Yeah, it's just that. So, yeah, there's one good episode, episode 6. Apart from that, the dialogue just gets wooden, even worse. There are points in the finale, spoilers, I will probably spoil it, it's just stupid. It just made me laugh. There's a bit where the waterbender, she comes in and she's in a new culture, and it is silly. This bit is silly because what they try to do is she goes, women can fight as well, but they say no. Our culture is the women are in the the nurses. Yeah, they can heal. Yeah, and it's a brilliant bit because it's not even that bit that's the stupid bit. The stupid bit is further on where they didn't realise it's because they bow to her wishes because she's been there, 2 hours. We're going to change their culture. Is people start dying, and there's a bit where they have the bodies laid out. Yeah, and then it wasn't me who said, oh, don't they have healers? And then you realise, no, because all the healers are fighting. So they left the hospitals. And there's other moments where they have the elemental does something and you're like, why didn't they just do that before? And it's silly. It's trying to just give a look. It is just to give a look. And it's just a really... So they could have explained more things. There were things that were introduced that are in one episode. That should have been 3 episodes to care about the elements, the lore, I suppose, or the people. Because you see something and then it's gone. So it's a very lackluster. How can I explain it? It's enjoyable to watch and forgettable to watch. Because the bits that are enjoyable, then they just skip over the next episode. So you're like, oh, did I miss something? There was a couple of times I rewound because I was like, did I just have a memory fart? Did that get explained at the last episode? No, it didn't. They just skip over it. So the development of this is for season 2, 100%. But the development in the show is skipped. It's like they need you to watch the animated to understand what is going on here. Because if you're blind like me going into this and you want to learn about the world building, you're not going to have it. You've got the 4 elements. The avatar is going to get all the 4 elements and become, the saviour. But apart from that, I don't understand where it's come from. There's a little bit of snippets, but it doesn't dive into it. So if you're expecting a world building explained, you're not going to get it here. Yeah, so it's a shame because it was an enjoyable start, then enjoyable, and then it just went, oh no, you're literally not build on it. And then it went up on one certain episode, but then it just went, and the dialogue, whoever wrote this, the only way to explain it is like with the younger actors, it's like they didn't have a coach to explain what things, when you say something, you have to express yourself because it's all wooden. And the worst thing is the older actors start to do the same as the series goes on. So it's a shame because I think it had a fine start, yeah, an enjoyable start, and then it's just tanked. And it's not one I'm going to look out for. If I miss season 2, I'm not bothered. If I'm interested in the world, I'm going to watch the animated. Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame because most of it, when it got to like episodes 7 and 8, the last two, I was just laughing at bits that they didn't explain that was on previous episodes, and I found it silly. I don't want to be seeing plot holes in an 8-episode series. It is stupid that you can find plot holes straight away that these don't make sense because they didn't explain something, or they just showed something and now it's completely different. Yeah, but it's whoever wrote this missed the mark because they had a good world, but how they delivered from A to B to episode 8 is just terrible. It's terrible, and it just leaves you in a, oh, is that it? Don't really care. So yeah, I'm going to say I've not seen it. I may go and watch it when I have time. Go and watch the animated because it's got to be better than that. If that's got that much draw and they made a series and that movie that flopped, the animated must be better. But that's it. There's, like, even if it is for a younger audience, I don't see a younger audience going to enjoy this. If they previously watched the animated, definitely not. But you're not going to get drawn in to develop this show more. It's weird. It's, missed. If I had to give it, just because it's fine, it's a 6. It's a 6 out of 10. That's because there's bits in it I really enjoyed. It's just the next step just was missed. Just thrown away. Didn't thought about. Yeah. This should have been a 14, 16 episode. Yeah, this 8 episodes. Don't do more than 8. Start. Yeah, it just ruined it. Because it needed that explain. Keep those characters that are interesting in one episode. Keep them in for free. So yeah, it's a miss for me. Yeah, but give us a comment if you've liked it. If you like, to be honest, I enjoyed it. It's just I was like, it's not building. I can forget about it. Yeah, it's one of those. Forget. It's a Disney. Make, forget, move on. Yeah, so it's a shame. But yeah, give us a comment. Give us a like if you want to like. And as always, Stasis Geek. Out.